Hello, I am the Witch of Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a reading for Scorpio moons. The moon has just entered Scorpio and I want to do a reading for you guys. Of course, as always, if you are not a Scorpio moon, you're more than welcome to stay. If you feel, drawn to this reading or you feel like you might get something out of it, please stay. I'm happy to have you here. But this is primarily for my Scorpio moons. So let's get started. Go ahead and pull our cards. So as always, I want you to take a deep breath. Oh, I came very quickly. Was that? Oh, I thought there were two cards for a second. Take a deep breath. If you'd like to get some water or something, you've got a minute to do so. As I'm pulling, go right ahead. But take this time to just ground yourself. Be aware of your surroundings. Get comfy, get cozy. Oh my gosh, our cards are coming very quickly today. Nice. Alright, let's move on to our shadow cards. Oh, oops. Oh my gosh, okay. Wow, a lot of energy going on in this reading. I like it. Alright, oh, I'm so curious what this one will be. Alright, we've got our cards all set up. Okay, let's take a look at what we've got. So, my Scorpio moons. The vibe of, I can't think of a better word. I'll think of a better word one day, but the general vibe or theme of this reading, why can't this focus, is by the book. Interesting. All right, let's figure out what the cards have for you today. Okay, so we've got Page of Swords reversed. We've got the Four of Swords, King of Swords. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we've definitely got some interesting, quick, fast energy going with these swords. Oh, interesting. All right. We've got the Six of Swords reversed. Oh my gosh. Got the Death card. Okay. And we've got the Two of Wands. Okay. Wow, look at this reading. This is quite a lot of okay. All right. All right. Well, right off the bat, we got this King of Swords and with by the book energy. I think that makes a lot of sense. Okay, well, I should say, first of all, the Suit of Swords, for those who don't know, it's about, well, swords is associated with the air element, and it's about, quick wit, about quick action, about, like, things going, right? Yeah. So with King of Swords, here, let's take a closer look at him. He's got, a very stern look on him. He's holding this sword very powerfully. You know, he looks like he knows what he's doing. He's not here for any nonsense. One day I'll figure out this camera a little better so it focuses better. No nonsense. He's got things to do, and y'all better be ready. That kind of vibe. So he definitely plays by the book, for sure, for sure. That's a good sign. We've got this Four of Swords, though. Four of Swords, when I see this, we do have a very similar figure here. You know, he's not the king, but he is, you know, this maybe a knight kind of person, you know. But Four of Swords is the time to rest. It kind of is a time for looking inward, a time for I don't know, just a general. I'm not really getting any more right now out of this card than just I think now's a good time to rest, which makes sense. You know, it's the waning moon. You know, waning moon is usually a good time. I've seen that in all of my readings recently. It's just a good time for rest. We do have this Page of Swords reversed. Now, when we think of page cards, we think of, you know, a character or an archetype of a person who is like just new at something, right? They're you know, just starting off in a specific thing, and they have a lot of energy. And I mean, especially with swords, you know, they're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. They're, you know, excited to start something. They've got all these ideas. They've got all this, you know, almost like childlike energy. And the Page of Swords represents that. But when we see it reversed, it means we need to be careful, right? We've got this person who is, I'm showing you all the cards today, who is playing, or not playing necessarily, but has this sword, right? What happens when you give a child a sword? You'd have to watch them very, very carefully, right? So that they're not accidentally hurting themselves or people around them. That's kind of what I get with this, right? And I don't mean to I'm just saying I think this might show that you have some like built up energy in you, and you're like, oh, I want to do this, I have this idea, and you know, but you might be getting a little too carried away, and you could be making some mistakes, right? I don't know if you're necessarily going to cut off somebody's head, but but just something, you know, it might be beneficial to just kind of take a step back. Again, we've got this resting card here. It's suggesting you might need a rest. And now might be a good time, you know, if you're starting a new project, or maybe you have a new relationship. Yeah, I think now would be a really good time to just like, not to make you any less excited about it or anything like that, but just kind of be cautious that you're not going in too much or doing, you know, too much too fast. Make sure you're still taking very calculated steps in whatever it is you're working on. Make sure you're staying grounded in reality. Gosh, with all this swords energy, I'm getting the feeling that you're very, whatever it is you're doing right now, especially for my Scorpio moons, I feel like that makes a lot of sense. You've got, you know, a lot that you want to do. You have a lot of ambition, and that's so great, but just make sure that we're being careful with it, not doing too much. And of course, bringing it back to this card, you know, I think going by the book might be what you need right now. I think that's literally what it's telling you. Using this King of Swords energy, right? He is so powerful. He knows what he wants. He knows what he wants to accomplish. That's what we got to be channeling right now, is doing everything very logically, right? Not doing too much too fast, just kind of bringing it in a little bit. And with this card, I don't want to say that what you're doing is wrong. Or that you need to stop and take a break. I think maybe a little bit, but not necessarily. There's just so much energy in this reading that I certainly wouldn't want to discourage you. That's so not what I'm trying to do at all. This is like very good energy here, and it's like making me excited. I'm sure you can hear in my voice. But it's more just like, hey, let's tone it down a little bit. Let's revisit the books. Let's take a second and breathe. And make sure we're being careful with this sword, right? Channeling his energy. So, all right, let's take a look at our shadow cards in this. We've got the Six of Swords reversed. Okay, so Six of Swords, that represents, like going, oh, and you know what? We've got this, Death card here too. Okay, yeah. So seeing that this Page of Swords is or the Six of Swords reversed is below this Page of Swords reversed, I think in terms of this, for lack of a better word, recklessness, the reason why you might be, why you need to take a step back and chill out a bit. I don't want to sound too harsh. I'm sorry. I mean that in the most respectful way. Is because, now's the time. Maybe you're like really starting something new. I'm not sure, but now's a really good time to be kind of having this transformation, right? We'll get to that in a second. But with the Six of Swords too, a time for moving on to the next chapter. Time for, things are going, and it's a good time for growth. It's a good time, for all of that in general with whatever the situation is for you. But I think this is telling me that there's kind of some emotional baggage still there. There's some things that you haven't let go of yet that are maybe making you a little reckless. Let me think of an example to illustrate this. I mean, maybe like if, you're doing some sort of project in your career, right? And you're kind of when you've done I'm trying to think of a good example to explain myself. Like, let's say you're in school and you're in this class right now that you're very excited about, and you have a big test coming up, a big project coming up, right? You want to make sure, think back to other classes you've had, right, in the past, other projects you've done. What can you learn from those, right? What is the knowledge from those past experiences that you've had that can help you make better decisions with this project, with this test, this whatever, right? What can we learn from these past things? I think revisiting this and but there also is this vibe of just kind of letting go, because we've got this death card here, which death, it represents transformation. It represents kind of moving out of this, maybe old patterns into something new. And then Two of Wands. Okay, yeah. Two of Wands represents planning. Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, I think now in this time of rest is where that transformation will happen. I think it'll be a transformation into more of this energy, more of this King of Swords energy, right? Of going through whatever it is you're doing in such a like matter of fact, calculated, logical way. I think that's the kind of energy that you want to be channeling right now. I think that's kind of the kind of energy that you want right now, that you're working towards right now, so that you can really achieve whatever goal that you have, right? And I think by resting like this, that's what's going to really help you make that transformation, right? I think that's really what's going to help you channel that instead of this. Or just less of this, right? And because I don't want to completely the Page of Swords, it's certainly not a bad thing, right? You want to have that excitement for what you're doing. You want to have that passion and all of that. That's certainly not a bad thing at all. But it's just, again, like a child. And I wish I could think of a better example than a child, but children can get very excited and they can get carried away. They can do too much and then end up hurting themselves, or just, getting distracted, something like that. That's what we want to avoid. I think of all of this. That's maybe something you still need to work on right now. So with this, revisiting those past patterns, past habits, I think that'll help resolve this. And again, of course, with all of this, remembering to go buy the book. Maybe take a moment and kind of revisit, what is the what's the best way to do this, or even like what is the thing I'm trying to think of, the beaten path, right? Maybe going down the beaten path. Oh, okay. And then, yeah, also our last card here, Two of Wands. That represents planning. Again, it has the vibe of like a new project that you're starting, a new opportunity, a new whatever, new relationship even. Whatever it is. And really, to channel this King of Swords, you want to be planning. Take that time. I mean, even with this kind of taking not even, I'm going to say like a half step. Take like a half step back. Just kind of breathe for a second. Planning will really help you there. It'll really help you. I think that's very important. And, going by the book to help you plan would be very, very beneficial. So, okay, I think I've said everything I needed to say. I feel like with this reading, it's like giving me so much energy. I'm just feeling like, so excited for whatever it is. And I am excited for whatever you're doing. This is very powerful energy. I mean, whatever you're doing with this, I'm very excited for you. I think it's going to be very good for you. And of course, this is such a learning process, learning how to channel that King of Swords. And hopefully I've given you some clarity about how to do that, how to be successful with whatever venture this is. I'm excited for you. I feel like that's just the best word I can use. I'm excited for you. But make sure you've got this sword. You've got this very powerful thing going. Just make sure that you're using it to the best of your ability. Using it in a way that'll really be to your advantage. So, my Scorpio moons. Oh my gosh. I want to thank you so much for being here with me. And of course, even if you're not a Scorpio moon and you're here and you connected with this, that's so great. I hope, I'm wishing all of you best of luck. If you have any questions, I hope I gave this to you in a very straightforward way. I got very excited, so hopefully I didn't jump around too much. But if you have any questions, if you want anything clarified, please let me know. Leave a comment or just reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer any questions. And yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye!